Traverso, lifestyle editor at Yankee Magazine. Welcome to the Yankee Kitchen. Today I am making my absolute favorite pumpkin pie. I think this is the best, most delicious pumpkin pie you can serve at Thanksgiving. It is different from your normal custard pie. It's a chiffon pie, which means it's just a little bit lighter and fluffier, and I really love what the chiffon filling does for the flavor and the texture of the pumpkin. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make a simple crust. It's just a walnut and graham cracker crust. So you've got some ground walnuts, some graham cracker crumbs, brown sugar, and some melted butter. And I've already done this. I ground the nuts because, to be honest, you don't want to listen to me grinding nuts on camera. But here I'm going to just mix this in a bowl until it's nice and moistened. It's about 5 tablespoons of butter. Okay, I think that's all done. So I'm going to just put it in my pie plate. This is a deep dish pie plate. 9 or 10 inches is fine. It's a good deal of filling, so you definitely want to have a deep dish plate. And now you just kind of press it down into the bottom and up the sides. Okay, so that's it. Now you just need to bake this in a 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes until it's golden brown. Okay, now I'm going to make the filling. Now, a chiffon pie uses gelatin to give the pie structure. This pie actually combines a custard base and gelatin, so it's really creamy and really nice. Okay, so we have some liquor. It could be whiskey or brandy. We have our gelatin and some milk. It's about a 1/4 cup. So now you just want to whisk this over low heat and let the gelatin dissolve. Okay, so this is dissolved, and I'm going to be adding my eggs and my brown sugar. Now add the eggs about 1 at a time. I've pre-cracked these. This is already heating up kind of quickly, so I'm going to take it off the heat. You don't want the eggs to cook to the point of curdling. And now I'm going to add the brown sugar, and that will melt into the mixture. So basically this is the custard part of the filling. And now we add the pumpkin and the spices. We use typical pumpkin pie spices here. That's cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and ginger. And then just a little bit of salt. Now the goal is to cook the eggs enough so that they're safe to eat without letting them get fully cooked and curdled. So we want a smooth custardy sauce. We're going to keep cooking this over low heat for about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so I've been stirring this filling for about 5 minutes. It's stirring constantly. You want to make sure you're keeping it moving so the eggs don't cook too much. And now it's looking like a nice thickened pudding. It looks great, so I'm going to take it off the heat. Now I want this to come to room temperature, so I'm going to transfer it to a bowl and let it sit for about 15-20 minutes to let it cool. Okay, so now my custard is cooled, and I have about 1.5 cups of heavy cream that I've already whipped. And I've whipped it to medium peaks, which means that it can kind of hold its shape without getting the dry look of stiff peaks. So it still has a little bit of softness to it, but it holds its shape. Okay, so now I'm going to just fold this in. I'm going to first start with just a little bit, and now we're going to add a lot more. And when you fold, basically you start in the center and you sort of scoop down and then up. You're lifting the mixture from the bottom up toward the top. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. This looks ready to me. So I'm going to pour this into the shell that I baked earlier. Okay, now you can garnish with some walnut halves. And I'm going to let this chill in the refrigerator for an hour or 2. It'll firm up as it chills. There you go. So now you just put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for at least an hour and a half until it's nice and firm, and then you serve it. For this recipe and other great Thanksgiving recipes, you can visit yankeemagazine.com.